Let's get into it. There's been a lot of people the last couple of days like, come on, guys, why are we just talking about the A.J. Brown thing? We have a huge game against the Lions. All right, let's talk about it. It is a huge game. It is the biggest game the Eagles have had on the schedule to date. It's probably going to be the biggest one they have until the postseason, considering the stakes here of the game. If the Eagles win this game on Sunday, their chances to be the 1 seed jump in a huge way. And the path back to the Super Bowl crystallizes. The game is here. It's at home. It's against a hungry Detroit team. And Hugh, there's a lot of weird vibes this week, right? There's a lot of weird vibes around this game.
A lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff going on. A lot of drama this week. But you know what? For me, that's when the Eagles tend to play their best football. I think back to last year, the last time it was probably this loud around A.J. Brown, that was the Jalen Hurts, is this what y'all wanted to see game. That was the game where the passing game woke up. That's the game where the Eagles blew out the Steelers, and away they went. And as I look forward to the game on Sunday, I mean, anyone that's listened to our show the last 3 years knows I think highly of the Lions. I think highly of that coach and the team, and they're well-built, and they're tough, and all those kind of things. But I expect the Eagles to beat them on Sunday. The Eagles are at home. The Eagles are coming off a game where their defense played their best football of the year. And as I look at the game on Sunday, yes, I respect the hell out of the Lions, and they're good and all that kind of stuff. But if this game was played 5 or 6 weeks ago, I probably would have picked the Lions. It's not. It's played now. Jalen Phillips is here. Nolan Smith is here. And if there's one thing the Lions don't handle well, it's the pass rush. Jared Goff is really good, except when he's pressured. The pressure we got on Monday, we get that again. We're going to win the football game. 5 weeks ago, we weren't stopping the run. Now we got Nakobe Dean back. We can handle the Lions' running game. The game is here. It's outdoors. Not in their building, not in a dome. It is here. And when the drama gets ratcheted up, the Philadelphia Eagles play their best football. The Eagles are 2.5-point favorites. I expect them to do what they almost always do. They're going to win. The Eagles are going to win the football game on Sunday. I expect an Eagles victory over the Detroit Lions on Sunday. Not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. There's going to be tough moments. But in the end, the Eagles usually find a way to win these football games. I'm picking the Eagles to win this game on Sunday. 215-592-9494. That is how you hop aboard. The matchup tells me it's an Eagles night on Sunday. Let's go, Hugh Douglas. What are we feeling?
Are you asking me?
What? Do you expect the Eagles to win the game on Sunday?
Nah. I don't. Listen, and I know.
Get the hell out of here.
I need y'all to listen to what I'm about to say. Because a lot of times y'all don't. And you want to put your little personal feelings into.
Here we go.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not browbeating anybody. I'm just trying to frame it in a way that it don't really matter because you're not going to hear what I'm saying anyway. I feel like when you talk to this Eagles squad, when you hear people talk about the Eagles, that is, they have not played their best football. So when I hear that, that tells me that, you know, they're still striving to have that perfect game. They've been winning a lot of football games. They are the Alabama of the NFC. And what I mean by that is this. Their talent has been head and shoulders above everyone else that they've played up until this point, that the warts and the little, you know, the stuff that they're not doing right has not cost them football games. I felt like this weeks ago, and somebody tried to tell me, oh, they're not playing well. Okay, now this is a prove-it moment. The Detroit Lions are coming here with two things going for them. They have an explosive offense.
Sure do.
They score at least 30 points a game, and I know somebody wants to point out the fact that they haven't done that the last couple of weeks, but they've had 5 games.
Well, last week with Campbell taking the play calling offer,
they've had 5 games where they've scored, what is it, at least 4 touchdowns a game or something like that?
Well, and last week with Campbell doing the play, doing the play calling, Hugh, they didn't punt. They had, I think, 5 touchdowns, 3 field goals, and then just got out of the game.
Man, I feel like they're coming in here with something to prove. They got to ask the ground because they feel like they were slighted. They feel like they should have been in the Super Bowl, and we weren't. I mean, we were, and they weren't. This is going to be a tough game, man. Coming off a tough game against the Green Bay Packers, they're coming in here loaded, man. They're coming in here locked and loaded, and they're trying to prove a point. I think Detroit gets this one.
Detroit Douglas, Motown Hugh
I'm telling
in
you,
the
man,
building, in the building.
I've been sitting on this one for the last couple of weeks because this is by far, when you talk about talent, offensive talent, they match ours. And some would even say their talent is better when you talk about what Jahmyr Gibbs has been. And I know some people are like, oh, we got Saquon Barkley. Listen, all due respect to Saquon, but he ain't running like Jahmyr Gibbs running. I mean, that's a fact. If you watch football, you know what I'm talking about. This is going to be a tough game, and the way that they attack you. The one thing, when you're playing defense, and you have a team that runs the play. Everybody talk about the quarterback and what he can't do, and if you get pressure on him, you have to respect play action.
Absolutely.
They are a good play action team. And when you play action as a defensive lineman, you have to check and make sure, especially with these two running backs, you have to check and make sure they ain't got the football.
Yeah, you're right. And look, if Goff has time, we'll have some trouble slowing them down. We've seen that for years now. But I do believe, and that's why I said if it was 5 weeks ago, Kyle would be pissed back there because we'd both be on the same page. But it's not 5 weeks ago. Nakobe Dean is back. The Eagles' run defense has gone to a different level with Nakobe Dean. I think that can make the Lions one-dimensional. Jalen Phillips is here. Nolan Smith is here. That was the best Eagles pass rush I've seen since last year, this past Monday night. If it was 5 weeks ago and there's no Nolan and there's no Jalen Phillips, Goff would have all day to rip us apart. I just think the matchup is better now than it has been in a long time.
Their offensive line is banged up because you got Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell. But, man, I'm telling you.
Yes. Come on, Detroit Douglas.
Yeah, but that running game, we haven't seen a running game like this.
We probably haven't. Look, but here's the bottom line. The Eagles play a lot of tough games and a lot of games that are close and all that kind of stuff. They usually find a way to win. The game is here. Also, the Lions play the fourth most man coverage in the NFL, Jalen, and this passing game is way better against man than zone. Eagles are going to win this game. The Eagles, when the drama gets ratcheted up, the Eagles play their best football. Think about last year. Think about what we felt about the offense after the game against the Rams in the playoffs, and they scored 55 on the Commanders. Eagles win on Sunday. 215-592-9494. Kyle, what are you feeling here as the Eagles get ready to play the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, a little bit worried.
Mm-hmm.
Worried that we lost Hugh Douglas again. Put the fries in the bag,
Put the
Hugh.
fries in the bag,
Put the fries
Hugh.
in the bag.
Put the
Dan
fries
Campbell
in the bag.
is a fraud,
Let's see, but that's a lot.
a liar,
That might be true.
and a fake tough
But
guy.
I told you that the other day.
Yep.
Fake tough guy's a
Jared
strong
Goff,
one.
also a liar, and a loser, and a coward.
Fake tough guy is strong.
Eagles are the team to beat, dude. Eagles are the team to beat. You think the Lions had this game circled on their calendars? You don't think the Eagles did too?
Ooh.
The Eagles,
What do you say to that one,
Eagles
Douglas?
knew that they dodged the Lions in the playoffs last year. Come on, Hugh. We're going to kill them.
Can
I'm with Joe, though. You know what? When all this drama happens with the Eagles, what I've come to know about this team, they always respond.
They lock in.
That's this group.
They do lock in, and
Douglas.
I'll commend them for the way that they handled this week. See, this has been more. I think this has been more of a distraction for the people outside the building than it has been for the people inside.
I agree. They generally find a way to block this nonsense out.
But
the players.
But this Detroit Lions team is locked in.
Yeah, they are a formidable opponent. I mean, this could be a preview of the NFC Championship game. 215-592-9494. Do you expect the Eagles to win this football game on Sunday? We'll start there. Let's hear from Jason Kelsey talking about this matchup against the Detroit Lions.
They have great players. The mindset and how they play is very I love everything about this team, to be honest with you, who are playing, and Dan Campbell. I think the Eagles actually match up pretty well with them, if I'm being honest. I think that they like to play man coverage on defense. They challenge you. I think that if they're going to do that, hopefully A.J. Brown can get some big catches. Now, their D-line is back and healthy. Like, they're pretty loaded up front now. Lee McNeil's back. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson is playing really well. So the offensive line is going to have to come to play. They have great linebackers. But I just think offensively we're going to have a good day. I really do think that. I think defensively we're coming off our best performance, and they're going to need to repeat something like that. I think offensively we're going to have to put up some points to keep up with Detroit, most likely. I think Detroit will score. They're a very good offense.
He's right. I mean, he's right about that. The part he brought up about the man coverage, I think, is huge. When the Eagles get man coverage, that's when A.J. does his work. That's when Devontae, because Jalen dominates man coverage. Zone, he doesn't see it, and he holds it all. This is the kind of defense they can move the football. Now, it's probably going to take 28 or 30 points. And after what you saw Monday, I understand why there's probably trepidation out there. I believe the Eagles are going to find a way to win this football game on Sunday night. 215-592-9494. Do you expect a win by the Eagles on Sunday over the Lions? I do. Detroit Douglas over here does not. Where do you come down